Yeah, let's first take a look at how the Asian markets have started off in today's session, largely tracking gains from where Wall Street left off last night. The Hang Seng trading with gains of around 0.6% was a bit of an underperformer yesterday. The Taiwanese index, though, leading the outperformance, 1.5% higher currently for that index. So gains coming in healthy for the Taiwanese index and for the Hang Seng. Meanwhile, the Nikkei is turning out to be a bit of an underperformer, 0.2% lower there. The broader market index over there, Topix 2, is down a similar quantum, and the Kospi in South Korea, which has been the outperformer of the year among the Asian Pacific indices, has also come slightly off the highs of the day, was up around 0.5% in the earlier ticks, and now has trimmed those losses gains down to just 0.25%. But pull up the GIFT Nifty as well. We'll give you an idea of how our own markets are likely to start off. Well, some green is what the implied open is suggesting, 20 points higher now. The first initial ticks were in the red, but now we seem to have moved into the green. And after 7 days of losses, the bulls would hope that that losing streak does come to an end. But to set you up for today's trading session, our research team is right here with the trade setup, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and the setup on the F&O side of things as well. First up, Gaurav joins in to get all the market cues that we need to watch out for. Gaurav, good morning. What are you watching out for today?
Well, yes, when we look at the market, yesterday we saw it was a bumpy ride for all the investors because market went up and then went down again and ended with flat note. So definitely today we will be watching out on how the market is going to move. Remember, 24,600 will act as a psychological support. So we will be watching out on that level. Apart from that, semi-annual rejig will happen today. Remember, this was announced on 22nd of August. And according to this, Interglobe Aviation and Max Healthcare will be included in Nifty 50. And at the same time, Hero Motocorp and IndusInd Bank will get excluded. And as per Nuvama Alternative and Quant Research, it will bring around 1.1 billion of passive inflow and around 747 million of passive outflow because of the reject. Apart from that, now there is a new order from Trump. He has ordered 100% tariff on movies made outside USA. So definitely let's also watch out if there is any impact on the entertainment stocks in India. Other than that, RBI MPC meet. Now that is also one crucial thing to watch out for. And as a result, we will be watching out on Bank Nifty because remember yesterday PSU banks, they were up in trade. And apart from that, when we look at global cues, US market, Asian market, all they are indicating. US market yesterday ended with green. Asian market has also opened with green. And at the same time, when we look at the GIFT Nifty, it is also showing some kind of flattish opening. So definitely we'll be watching out on that. We have new listings today, Anand Rathi, Sesha Sai Technologies and Solar World Energy. So definitely we will also watch out on how these new listings will pan out for investors today.
Gaurav, thank you for that update. Over to Vamakshi. List out the stocks you need to watch out for in today's session. Vamakshi, good morning.
Good morning, Hormaz. Let me first start off with BL. The company has managed to secure additional orders worth over 1,000 crores since the last disclosure on September 16th. Blue Dart is also on our radar because they have increased the average shipment price in the range of 9 to 12%, and this will come into effect from 1st of January 2026 onwards. Realtel Corp is the next stock we're watching out for, and this is on the back of an order win. They've received a 37 crore order from Visakhapatnam Port Authority. Now, this is for smart video surveillance with IoT and a 5-year operations and maintenance contract. Now, IRFC is one other stock that we'll be watching out for. They've signed a nearly 6,000 crore term loan agreement with Haryana Power Generation Corporation. This is for the 800 megawatt Yamuna Nagar project. In addition to that, they've also signed an agreement with Mahagenco, and this is for over 10,500 crore funding of Koradi thermal expansion project. GLR will also be in focus today. Keep in mind that Moody's has actually reaffirmed its BA1 ratings on JLR, but the outlook has changed from negative to negative rather from positive. Thomas Cook, also on our radar, has partnered with Ministry of Tourism to elevate destination experiences across India. And lastly, keep an eye out on Global Spirits because they've launched the world's first premium vodka filtered using amethyst crystals with the launch of Terai India Craft Vodka.
Well, Vamakshi, thank you for that list. And lastly, Mangalam joins in with cues from the F&O space. Mangalam, good morning. 7 days of losses, lower highs, lower lows, what the F&O data is indicating?
Well, for starters, it's the first Tuesday where there will be a monthly expiry. So it's September series expiry today. The Nifty is, for all the highs and lows during this series has gained about 135 points after 1,100 points of losses in the previous two series. But this 135 points does not tell you the story. The story is between the high and the low of the series, the range of nearly 1,200 points, 12 straight days of gains, thereafter 7 straight days of losses and a fair amount of volatility. And yesterday's trade actually mirrored that as well. If you look at the Nifty Bank and the mid-cap index, all of them ended mildly in the green or absolutely flat, but that masked the volatility that we saw intraday. And yesterday's high and low on the Nifty is a fair reference point to look at for trade today as well. 24,800 on the high side and 24,600 on the lower side is what everyone on the street is betting for, especially the option writers. The FI is still 16% long and 84% short. All of that moves to the next series now. We'll watch out for how the rollovers and their long positioning is, because October has a fair amount of cues as well. As far as yesterday's trade is concerned and cues for today, they've written more puts, nearly 5 times the number of puts than the number of calls ahead of expiry, telling you that there is a stronger support on the way down than resistance on the way up. What are those levels? 24,650 put, fairly active in trade for a 46 rupee premium, telling you again yesterday's low and 24,600 would be an important support to track. Though on the way up, the Nifty has to cross that 24,750 mark and around that 24,800 mark, which again is around yesterday's high, for further short covering to take place as well on expiry. So 24,600 to 24,800 is the range that the street is betting on. One stock I'm watching out for, Sammaan Capital. Remember, fair amount of trading activity yesterday, back in F&O ban on the day of expiry, and there is some news as well where the company is looking to raise funds. So all of this makes the stock an exciting one to watch out for.
Oh, indeed. We'd watch out for Sammaan Capital out of the F&O ban one day, back in the other. Mangalam, thank you for that update. Take a